There are hotels that welcome you, and hotels that never let you leave. Some guests check in and vanish without a trace. Some rooms hold whispers of tragedy, of footsteps in the dark, and of things that go bump when the lights go out. Tonight, you'll enter 10 haunted hotels from across the world. These are the rooms you should never book, the doors you should never open. But here, in the dark corridor, we open them for you. Hotel del Coronado, San Diego, California. It's a palace by the sea, a Victorian masterpiece wrapped in ocean mist and whispered legends. But among the echoes of Hollywood's golden age lies the sorrowful tale of Kate Morgan. In 1892, she checked in, waiting for a lover who never arrived. Days later, she was found dead. A revolver by her side, her story ruled a suicide. But many believe Kate never left. Guests speak of phantom footsteps in empty hallways, cold breezes where no windows are open, and some have heard the faint sound of footsteps, or the sound of a door slamming when no one is around. They say Kate still waits, for someone who never came. The Langham Hotel, London, England. Grand, opulent, and steeped in history. But beneath the Langham's luxury lies something darker. Opened in 1865, the Langham is one of London's oldest and most prestigious hotels. The hotel was one of the first grand hotels in London and has a long history of hosting famous guests, including royalty, celebrities, and dignitaries. The Langham is known for its terrifying paranormal stories. The most famous ghost is that of a German prince who stayed at the hotel in the 19th century. Legend says the prince jumped out of his window in despair after finding out his fiancée had been unfaithful. Guests have reported seeing his ghostly figure walking the hallways, and some have claimed to hear his crying. Another common apparition is a female ghost in Victorian-era clothing who is said to appear on the stairs or in the 5th floor corridor. Once a haven of kings and authors, now a corridor for the damned. Gran Hotel Bolívar, Lima, Peru. Located in the heart of Lima, the Gran Hotel Bolívar, established in 1924, was once a symbol of elegance, hosting dignitaries and celebrities. However, beneath its grandeur lies a history of eerie occurrences. Guests have reported sightings of a woman in white gliding through the hallways, only to vanish suddenly. Another apparition, believed to be a woman who committed suicide by leaping from an upper window, is said to wander the premises. The most frequently encountered spirit is that of a ghostly bellboy, appearing and disappearing throughout the hotel. Notably, the hotel's top 2 floors have been sealed off, with rumors attributing the closure to intense paranormal activity. Raffles Hotel, Singapore. Established in 1887, the Raffles Hotel is one of Singapore's most iconic landmarks, known for its colonial architecture and rich history. It has hosted numerous famous personalities, including authors like Rudyard Kipling and Ernest Hemingway. Colonial elegance hides restless spirits. At Raffles, some guests are eternal. Raffles Hotel has several ghost stories attached to it. One of the most famous hauntings involves a Chinese woman in white who is often seen in the Palm Court. The woman is believed to be a former guest, and her ghost has been seen walking through the hotel, especially near the Victorian-style arches. Some staff members claim to have heard mysterious footsteps, even though the area was empty at the time. Another ghostly figure is that of a British soldier who haunts the hallways, possibly from the period of Japanese occupation during World War II. Staff whisper of glasses rattling on their own and ghostly laughter in the moonlight. Here, history refuses to stay buried. The Majestic Hotel, Barcelona, Spain. Luxury in the heart of Barcelona, but love and grief haunt its walls. The Majestic Hotel is a luxurious hotel located on the famous Passeig de Gràcia in Barcelona. It was opened in 1918 and has since become one of the city's most prestigious accommodations. The Majestic is known for its eerie tales and ghost sightings. Guests have reported hearing strange sounds and feeling a cold presence in their rooms. The most famous ghost is the spirit of a young woman who is said to have committed suicide in the hotel after a failed love affair. She's been seen in the elevators and in room 1427, often appearing as a faint figure or hearing soft crying sounds. Some visitors have also experienced the feeling of being touched by an invisible presence. They say she leapt to her death after heartbreak consumed her. Now she drifts between dimensions, her pain etched into the walls of this majestic refuge. The Pera Palace, Istanbul, Turkey. Built for royalty and writers, now haunted by regret. The Pera Palace Hotel was built in 1892. It is one of the most luxurious hotels in Istanbul, blending old-world charm with modern amenities. The hotel has hosted many famous figures, including Agatha Christie, Ernest Hemingway, and King Edward VIII. But today, a woman in white walks its shadowed halls. The Pera Palace Hotel is well known for its haunted reputation, particularly for being the site of several ghost sightings and paranormal events. One of the most famous spirits is that of a mysterious woman in white, believed to be a former guest who died in the hotel. Guests have reported seeing her wandering the hallways or appearing in their rooms. There are also stories of unexplained sounds, such as the rattling of glassware and faint laughter that seems to come from nowhere. Some guests have also described a feeling of being watched while in the hotel's restaurant. A timeless hotel, frozen between the past and the beyond. Old Melbourne Gaol, Melbourne, Australia. Once a prison, now a museum, but the souls inside never left. The Old Melbourne Gaol operated as a prison from 1842 to 1929. The prison is notorious for its harsh conditions and is most famous for housing Ned Kelly, Australia's infamous outlaw, who was hanged here in 1880. While not a traditional hotel, the Old Melbourne Gaol is a well-known site for paranormal activity, and it has been transformed into a popular tourist attraction. Visitors have reported unexplained sounds, such as the sounds of chains dragging and the creaking of prison doors. The ghost of Ned Kelly is often said to roam the corridors, and there have been reports of the feeling of being touched or watched by unseen forces. Many also claim to have seen shadowy figures or experienced cold spots. Some swear they've seen Kelly's shadowed figure in his old cell. It may be a museum now, but some exhibits are still alive, in spirit. The Eastern and Oriental Hotel, Penang, Malaysia. Built in 1885, this colonial marvel is cloaked in elegance and ghosts. This historic hotel is one of the oldest in Southeast Asia. It is known for its luxurious colonial architecture and was originally built to cater to wealthy British expatriates. The Eastern and Oriental Hotel is famous for its ghost sightings, especially in the old sections of the hotel. One of the most notorious spirits is that of a former guest who is said to haunt the staircase and guest rooms. Guests have reported hearing footsteps and feeling the presence of an unseen entity, especially in the middle of the night. The ghost is often seen wearing old-fashioned attire, and some guests claim to have been followed or watched by a shadowy figure. It's as if time folded here, trapping a few unwilling souls between now and forever. The Baveno Grand Hotel, Lake Maggiore, Italy. Romantic, tranquil, haunted. The Baveno Grand Hotel, located on the shores of Lake Maggiore, was established in the late 19th century and became a popular destination for wealthy tourists in Italy. Its picturesque location has always drawn people from all over the world. The Baveno Grand Hotel is famous for its ghost sightings, particularly the ghost of a woman in a long, flowing gown who is said to wander the hotel at night. She is believed to be a former guest who tragically drowned in the lake many years ago. Many guests have claimed to see her apparition in the hotel's ballroom or lobby. Cold drafts, knocking sounds, and the sensation of being watched are also common experiences in the hotel. Ballygally Castle, County Antrim, Northern Ireland. It looks like a fairy tale, but this castle tells a ghost story. Lady Isabella Shaw was locked in a tower by her husband. She fell, or was she pushed? Now, she wanders the halls in white, knocking on doors. Guests have seen her reflection in mirrors, even when they're alone. The castle's charm hides its curse and its most tragic bride. Dark corridors stretch far and wide, across continents, through time, and into the realm of the unseen. These were 10 more haunted hotels where luxury meets the paranormal, and the veil between life and death is paper thin. But we're not done yet. In the next episode, we'll uncover even more haunted hideaways from around the world. Some infamous, some hidden, all chilling. So don't miss what's coming. Subscribe to Dark Corridor, and if you dare, book a night and leave the lights on.